Before World War I, the United Kingdom was a place where people were judged not by who they were, but by where they came from. And that is where the story of Eamon Veldon begins. Eamon wasn't a hero. He wasn't a warrior. He was just a young man running from hunger, grief, and memories too painful to carry. He arrived in the UK with nothing but a worn-out coat and a small necklace carved by his mother before she died. It was the only piece of home he had left, the only thing that made him feel human in a strange land. When he reached the town of Grey Harrow, he thought he had found peace. He worked in the mines, he carried coal, he cleaned streets, jobs nobody wanted. He didn't complain. He didn't fight. He simply wanted to belong. But every day, the stairs reminded him he was an outsider. Every whisper said the same thing. People like him don't belong here. Still, he kept going. And slowly, one person began to see him for who he truly was. Clara, a kind-hearted local girl who believed people were more than the borders they crossed. For the first time in years, Eamon felt seen. But hatred is a powerful thing, especially when it sits in the heart of a powerful man. Lord Arkwright, the wealthy landowner who controlled the whole town, despised migrants. He believed they were changing his land. And when he learned that Clara loved Eamon, his anger turned dangerous. One night, as Eamon walked home, he saw smoke rising from the hill. He ran. He ran until his lungs burned. But it was too late. His small cottage, the only home he had built, was gone. His belongings gone. His mother's necklace gone. And Clara missing. Pinned to the blackened doorway was a message: "Know your place." Eamon collapsed to the ground and cried like a child. Not because of the fire, but because he knew exactly who did it. For the first time in his life, Eamon learned what true loneliness felt like. But pain has a way of sharpening a person. He didn't run. He didn't hide. He vowed to fight back, without lifting a single weapon. Over the next weeks, he followed every rumor, every whisper, every guard that came and went from the Lord's mansion. He discovered something the whole town had been suffering from but never understood. Lord Arkwright had been stealing from everyone: migrants, locals, even the poor children whose bread he taxed. And Eamon collected proof. Every receipt, every letter, every stolen coin tracked. He became the quiet storm no one saw coming. Then, one cold morning, he walked into the town square. Not as a migrant, not as an outsider, but as a man who had suffered enough. He read out the truth. The people gasped. Some cried. Some clenched their fists. And then Clara, bruised but alive, stumbled into the square and shouted the words that broke the town's silence. "He took me to punish Eamon." That was all the people needed. The crowd turned on Arkwright, the man they once feared. He was dragged from his horse, thrown before the magistrate, and stripped of everything: his land, his wealth, his power. Eamon didn't touch him. His revenge wasn't violence. His revenge was truth. His revenge was dignity. His revenge was showing the world that even a stranger deserves justice. Eamon rebuilt his life. He rebuilt Grey Harrow. He married Clara. And from that day on, migrants and locals lived side by side, not divided by birth, but united by humanity. Because sometimes the quietest people carry the loudest justice. This is Dark Justice Hub, where silence breaks, truth rises, and justice always finds its way.